You know that feeling when AI generates a bug report which is completely wrong because it assumes the steps which we never said. That's not the problem of AI, it's the problem of prompt. I have a solution for that in this video. Hello everyone, welcome to another video of AI in software testing series. And in this video, we are going to discuss how we can write the bug reports using AI in minutes. Let's get started. So, for this, I have created a solid prompt that you guys can use and create the bug reports properly. And you can use the same prompt to create all of your bugs in your day to day projects. If you scroll down and here you will see the AI prompt for bug creation. When you click on this, it will open the document where I have built this prompt. See, I have divided this into three different steps. This prompt is not for a particular AI. You guys can use this prompt for any of the AI which you like to use. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can use Gemini, or if you are using any other tools, you guys can make use of that AI tool also, and you can use this particular script. How I have designed this particular prompt is that you guys are going to create a separate chat and you are going to give the instruction to that AI to follow the same steps every time, so that from the next time you just have to give the issue and you will get the complete bug report every time. That is how I have designed this particular prompt. Let's discuss how we can make use of this prompt. The first step is that we have to create a separate chat, okay? But you guys can use any of the AIs. So I'll be taking Claude here. It's not like you have to use Claude, it's your wish. So the first thing, we have to build a chat, and once you create a chat, you guys have to give this particular prompt. See, I have simply mentioned that I'll be using this chat for bug creation. You are a QA engineer who is going to assist me helping clear dev ready bug reports. And I have added some our application context. Okay. So most of the time why it won't be able to give you the proper steps to reproduce and description is because it will not be having the application context. You guys can give some basic context. You can change that here, which application name you are using and how exactly it works. So I have taken an e-commerce application. This is a basic example. So you guys can change this. You have to change this, okay, based on the project or the application which you are going to use. And environment here, that is staging. And I have given some dummy URL. And next thing is that I'm asking it to wait for my next input. Okay. So now I'll copy this entire prompt. When you guys are using this prompt, you have to change the application name, how it works, environment, and URL. And you can give dummy URL. It's not like you have to give your application URL only. And so I'm going to give that prompt here. Then this is our first point. So it says, got it, I'm ready to help you to write the bug report. Next, the second step is that we have to provide the instructions. What are the instructions that we have to follow while creating each and every bug report? So first thing is that it should be structured as a JIRA bug ticket, and I want the exact fields like title, steps to reproduce, expected actual result, severity, environment, and test credentials, evidence, curl request, API response. See, sometimes what happens out of these steps, we will miss some of them, and again, dev will come back saying that could you please add this? Right? Could you please add the credentials, API curl, and response? So that is the reason I have added all of these 10 steps so that we should not miss any of them while creating the bug report. And on top of that, it will not give you dummy credentials or curl and API response. So it will ask you to add credentials here. Okay, I'll show you that. It will just leave these steps blank and you guys have to use it. Now, I have added some rules here. These rules are very important. Listen carefully. So I'm saying that you have to use the context which I have provided in the conversation for all the further bug reports. And unless I explicitly say the context has changed, you have to use the same thing. Next, it should not assume any technical cause unless I have mentioned it. and do not invent steps I did not describe. So that is the main thing, right? It will assume by itself and it will give whatever the details it want in the report. So that's why I've given the proper rules that it has to follow. So there is two more rules that you guys can go and check them. Now the second step is that we have to provide the instructions and rules. Copy this prompt till here, and then you have to paste that in the same chat. So now we are going to build a chat that you guys can use for multiple times for creating the bug reports. Okay, so now it says understood. I'm clear about the instructions and the rules. The third step is that we have to give some bugs and we can get the response in the format which we have specified. See, here I have considered two different issues. Let's assume that whenever I'm calling the login API with the correct email and password, it is returning 200 instead of 400. Okay, this is the issue here. And even I have specified that the API response says success. So by looking into this statement, you can clearly understand that is a backend API issue, right? So now what I'll do, I'll copy this. In this, you can clearly say that all the information which is required to give you the proper bug report, it is already there. So what I'll do, I'll say this is the issue which I am facing and I'll paste it here. Once I paste it here, you can see I'm getting the proper bug report. So title, login API returns 200, success on wrong password. So this is the steps to reproduce which I'm getting. What should be the expected result? It should be something 400x. Actual 200. Severity is critical. Environment, and I told you guys, right? The credentials, evidence, curl, and response. This it will leave as blank and it will ask you to add those things so that you should not miss any of these details when you are creating the bug report. Awesome. Now, the second option. Before going to the second option, already we have discussed how we can generate the test cases using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. Even we have discussed a clear difference between all these AIs and which one is better in the test case creation. If you guys have not watched this video, I would recommend you guys to go and check this video once so that it will help you to create the test cases within minutes using AI. And the link of this website will be added in the description. You guys can go and check it out. Now let's go to the second step where, see here, I'm just simply saying login does not work sometime. So there is no clear information provided in this issue, right? So what I'll do, I'll copy this line and paste it here. Let's see how our AI will respond for this, because already I have given the rules. If something is not clear, you have to ask question. See, it clearly says, I need more information. What exact steps did you take to log in? What happens when it doesn't work? Error message, blank screen, or what happened there? Is this on the login page UI or it is using API? And it is asking us to give some other more information so that it can create the bug report properly with the necessary information. So that is how this particular prompt will work. So you have created a separate chat where you can simply go and give the issues every time and it will get back with a proper bug report. Great, right? If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, hit the subscribe button now so that you should not miss any of the videos like this, which is going to help the QA community to work smarter. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.